Montana and her 6-year-old daughter, Avalon, lived in a secluded cabin deep within the Montana wilderness. The dense, ancient woods surrounding their home were filled with whispers of spirits and strange occurrences, but Montana, ever the skeptic, dismissed these stories as mere local folklore. Avalon, however, was a sensitive child, easily frightened and always clinging to her mother, especially at night. One foggy evening, as the wind howled and the trees seemed to whisper secrets, Avalon lay in bed, tightly clutching her worn-out teddy bear. She couldn't sleep. The eerie noises outside unsettled her. She tiptoed to her mother's room, gently shaking her awake. "Mommy, I heard something outside," Avalon whispered, her voice trembling. Montana, tired but concerned for her daughter, decided to investigate. She held Avalon's hand as they stepped out into the misty night. The forest was eerily quiet, save for the rustling of leaves. Avalon clung tightly to her mother's arm, her wide eyes scanning the shadows. As they walked, they came upon an enormous, ancient tree standing alone in a clearing. Its gnarled branches twisted into the sky, and its trunk was covered in strange, glowing symbols. Avalon shivered and clung even closer to her mother. "Mommy, that tree scares me," she whispered. Montana tried to reassure her daughter, but as they approached the tree, a soft, melodic whisper seemed to emanate from its bark. The symbols on the trunk glowed brighter, casting an eerie light. Suddenly, the wind picked up, and the branches of the tree creaked and groaned. "Let's go back to the cabin," Montana said, turning to leave. But Avalon was rooted to the spot, staring up at the tree with wide, frightened eyes. "Mommy, I can't move," she whimpered. Montana tried to pull her daughter away, but the tree's roots began to shift and writhe, snaking out of the ground and wrapping around Avalon's ankles. Avalon screamed, and Montana frantically tried to free her daughter, but the roots tightened their grip. Desperate, Montana grabbed an axe from a nearby woodpile and swung it at the tree. The blade struck the trunk with a loud thud, and to her horror, dark red sap oozed from the wound, dripping like blood. The tree let out a bone-chilling groan, and the whispers grew louder. "Join us, Avalon," the tree hissed. "The forest awaits." Montana swung the axe again, but the more she struck, the more the tree bled. The ground beneath them seemed to pulse with each drop of blood. The roots wrapped tighter around Montana and Avalon, pulling them closer to the tree. With a final, chilling whisper, the tree's bark split open, revealing a dark, hollow interior. The roots pulled Montana and Avalon into the tree, the opening sealing shut behind them. The forest fell silent, the eerie whispers fading into the night. In the days that followed, the cabin stood empty, and the clearing with the ancient tree became a place of dread. Locals spoke in hushed tones about the cursed tree that took Montana and Avalon, warning others to stay away from the haunted woods. The tree remained, its symbols glowing faintly, a silent sentinel guarding its dark secrets. And on quiet nights, some swore they could still hear the faint whispers of a mother and her daughter, forever trapped within the ancient tree's embrace. Join us. The forest awaits.